Rookies, bring them to the front stretch. Rookies, heat number 1, bring them to the front stretch. Flagman is ready. We got everybody around the track ready. It is literally 5 minutes to 8. We are actually looking to start on time here. All right, we've got the rookies coming to the front stretch, getting ready to get this show started. We've got everybody watching on the Bullring live at home. I'm going to try to make this thing where I can see the comments, because for some reason sometimes I can and sometimes I can't. I see a camera coming my way. It's scary. There's my comments button. Gregory Jane's watching at home. Gregory, what are you doing at home, man? Supposed to be here. There's 18 Predators here tonight. We could add 19. So you got your rookies coming out on the front stretch. We got a pile of karts here tonight. 18 Predators. Going to take the green flag in the feature later on. Rookies, heat number 1 on the front straightaway. Looks like we've got everybody coming down now. We've got on the pole Bradley Horton in the number 31. We've got Larson Moynihan running with us tonight in that number 2. The 11 of CJ Holly. And the number 20 making his first appearance with us here tonight, Mason Harper, or Haber. See, I've said Mason Harper in rookies for a long time. Now we got a Mason Haber. We just lost the R. If he runs as good as Mason Harper did, he'll be all right. So as we get them all lined up here, we've got a big show on tap for you tonight. Everyone tuned in, watching at home. These are your rookies coming out. We got 2 heats of the rookies. Tonight's rookie division, the trophies are sponsored by Old Kart Races, and they sponsor all of our junior divisions. Quality Marine Surplus putting up $25 to the winner. Quality Marine Surplus puts up $25 to the winners of each of our junior divisions. And for our rookies, Townsend Field Dirt and Site Prep, making sure that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th all taking home $20. And hey, it's only $20 to race, so top 4 tonight in rookies, half the field basically running for free tonight. is Wyatt Gamble going to run. Wyatt Gamble in the number 77. He was our 5th cart for the first heat race. He's getting suited up. All right. The Gamble family bringing a new driver tonight. This will be his first appearance with us. He's run a couple of practices, and Wyatt is ready to go tonight. I think they are too. What are we doing? 6 laps. All right, we're ready to go. 6 laps. First rookie heat race. We've got 5 in this one. We've got 4 in the second one. 9 rookies here tonight. These are your 5 to 8-year-olds. They're running on a red restrictor plate. We'd say it slows them down a little, but it don't slow them down a whole bunch. We do start our rookies from a standing start on the front stretch. Some of them, actually 2 of them here, making their very first appearance, so not a whole lot of experience with a rolling start. Green flag out. And we're going to go racing. Moynihan and Horton side by side. We saw Moynihan with a win a few weeks back at Volusia. Horton was running good at Original Speedway Park last week. Both of them here tonight. We got one around in turn number 4. Gamble making the loop. Pulls it back around. He's still good to go. And that race for the lead, heating up. Moynihan to the bottom. He's going to go back to the front. Horton's going to pull back up on him in turn 3 here. And Gamble taking the high line around. He's going to bring it to a stop, roll it down, and we'll bring out the caution here. These kids they're ready to go. We were asking Gamble if we were going to get him to hit the gas wide open, and because he was rolling a little slow in some of the heat or some of the practices, and now we're going to get him to slow down. He's ready to go. So we'll get them all lined back up here. Caution was out on the number 77, spin over in turn 1. We'll get them all lined back up here. We've got Miss Lori Cleary scoring for us tonight. She's showing Bill the lineup. Got a few members of our staff up in Bristol tonight. So we are trading out a few people. But it'll be a good night. These rookies always a little bit fun to try to get them lined up, especially when you've got some new kids all together. Literally a couple of them never raced before, so. They'll get them all lined up nose to tail. Junior 1. You should be at the grid behind that second rookie heat race. Junior 1 will be on the grid behind the second rookie heat race. Again, these are your 5 to 8-year-olds, and this one has a whole bunch of 5-year-olds. So but they're going to put on a show for you. So Horton will be your leader when we go back to green. Moynihan will be second. Holly, Gamble, and Haber rounding out the field. Don't forget the TZ Motorsports Parts trailer is open on the outside of turn 1 over there. Miss Reva or Miss Danielle will be over there to help you. And the Curbside Cuisine food trailer right there beside him, cooking up some good food. I had me some tacos earlier. And we're back green flag racing. Horton slides up a little bit. Moynihan to the bottom. He's going to take the lead. The 77 of Gamble all over the dirt bank over there. And it looks like he may be hung up. He's looking around. Yellow flag will come out one more time. So we'll try again. Rookie is always a fun way to start off your night. And we'll get him back to the front straightaway here. Well, thank everybody for tuning in at home, watching on the Bullring Live. We've got some sprint action coming up tomorrow night. Make sure if you're not doing anything, you come out and check that action out. Lots of racing going on around Florida this weekend. Pretty much all over the state. If you want to see racing and you're in the state of Florida, this is a good weekend to do it. Anything from sprint cars, mini sprints, late models, modifieds, they're all racing somewhere this weekend. So they'll get them all lined back up one more time. We'll try to get them back in here and get them going. This is a 6-lap heat race for these rookies. Again, most of them are 5 years old, and this one first time racing, so they're all trying to get a feel for it. Junior one's coming up after the rookies. We do have one more rookie heat race after this one. Flagman ready, and the green flag is out. Moynihan going to try the top side this time. Horton slides up the track a little bit. Moynihan with a good run off of turn 2. He's going to take it to the front. The number 2 going to the lead. Moynihan will slide it up the track a little bit, lines it up nicely, and he'll lead this lap. Horton will be second. Gamble making a good lap now. He's letting off for the corners a little bit, finding his line, trying not to spin it out again. He's doing a good job of it right now. The 77 Gamble. Looking back to fourth, CJ Holly making his second run with us. And we do have that number 20 of Mason Haber out there. Out front right now, Moynihan stretching out a little bit of a lead. Got some contact with something over there. It's behind the thing here. I'm trying to look and see which one it is. It looks like, well, I just can't see them. Now I'm counting cars, so we still have contact after the yellow. They're ready to keep going. Like it was a 31 of Horton. Was running second, brings out the caution. Or was it? No, it was Holly. The 11. They got very similar paint schemes. Bill getting out there, really getting into the action with the kids. Green, white checker coming up. Get up on that time limit a little bit. We try to give them as much time as we can. They are kids, they are learning, and they do need the track time. So Moynihan will be your leader on this restart. Horton will be second. Gamble will be third. And they'll get them lined back up. All the dads getting their exercise in tonight. Green, white checker coming up. Green flags out. Moynihan will lead them down into turn number 1. He's got to think this is about the easiest way of doing it right here. He's used to rolling starts, got a little more experience. Not a whole bunch, but looking good out there. We got a battle for second. Horton and Gamble. And Gamble, finding the dirt bank over there, was trying to find a way around on the inside. And it just didn't work out. So maybe the green and white together on this one? We're trying to get to heat race number 2, folks. And see, I did not jinx it. I didn't say we started on time. I did not say it. I didn't say it. And yet we've still been jinxed. Somebody out there said it tonight. If you're watching at home, hey, tag a friend, tell them, hey, tune in, spread the word. There's some live racing on. We promise you we'll get to the ones that go more than 2 laps without a caution. These are your kids, though. We did manage to get a bunch of newbies into this heat race, and they're going to make the most of their track time. So we'll try to get this one in the books. Heat race number 1 of the rookies. We still got another one coming up. I think most of the kids in the second race are a little more experienced. They're all looking at the flag bit, and that green flag's out. Moynihan launching out of that hole pretty good there. Down the back straightaway. Moynihan stretches it out a little bit over Horton. Here comes Gamble down the inside looking for the 3rd position on Holly. That battle for 3rd still right there with Gamble and Holly. The white flag will be coming out this time by scorekeeper excited, and we got a lap in. White flag in the air. Moynihan looking good on this heat race. Going to come up on the cart of Haber. He'll negotiate the outside groove. And we got a checkered flag flying. Larson Moynihan getting the W in the heat race. Horton will be 2nd. Holly will probably be 3rd. Yep, he's going to be 3rd. Gamble was closing in a hurry, but he made another loop-de-loop down there in turn number 3. And here he comes, Gamble now, getting his checkered flag. And Mason Haber will bring it home in 5th. Well, that 15-minute heat race brings us to heat race number 2 for the rookies. On the track now, heat race number 2, rookie division. Now these 4 young men all have experience. They've been racing with us all season, and all of them have been in contention for a win at one time or another, so this should be a pretty good heat race. Elwood looking to the outside quickly, going to dive back to the inside of Erickson. A little bit of contact out there. So Warden, your leader. Elwood second, Erickson third, and Warner in 4th. We got one around. Elwood, everybody missing, and he's going to be back underway. Looks good. Glad that everybody missed on that. There was some pretty crazy evasive action on that one to make sure everybody could get through. That gives Warden a pretty big lead. Warner riding second now. He's picked up some speed this week. Erickson all the way out by the wall on the front straightaway. Junior 1, you should be at the grid. Junior 1 at the grid, followed by Junior 2. Junior 1, then Junior 2. Bring him to the grid. Warden still your leader. Warner in 3rd. Warner and Warner. Y'all aren't trying to give the announcer a tongue twister, right? Elwood to third, and something is up with Erickson's cart. He's having a little bit of issue with it. Carson fighting it. Not giving up. He's going to keep on wheeling it. Warden now with almost a half a track lead. And he'll be looking at the white flag this time by. Warden, final lap around, heat race number 2 of the rookie division. And Warden will lay it down into the groove there in 3 and 4. I say the groove, not much of a groove. It's a wide track, plenty of room to race. Warden getting that W in the heat race. Warner will be second in the number 12. Elwood, after the spin, coming all the way back up and almost getting to second, pulls that third off. And Erickson will be fourth. Coming up next, your Junior Ones. Junior 1 be coming out next. We've got, that was our rookie class. Rookies, of course, sponsored by Quality Marine Surplus at $25 to the winner. Old Kart Races sponsoring the trophies, and Townsend Fill Dirt and Site Prep. Once again, we always ask that everybody support the businesses that support local racing. They make all this possible. Businesses like TM Automotive and Performance. If you need a loop bumper for the back of your go-kart, Todd will weld it up for you. TM Automotive and Performance over there on 36th Avenue. Todd says, bring me something to work on. I don't have anything to do tomorrow. He probably has something to do tomorrow, but if you bring him something tomorrow, I bet if you got a car that needs worked on, Todd will be ready to go. Coming out, getting lined up over there in turn 1, we've got our Junior Ones. All right, we've got the 77 of Colton Gamble right beside Jackson Hazelou, going to lead him to the green flag. Hazelou flying to the green. Got the Townsend carts, the 32 and the 31 back there, side by side down the back straightaway. Going to make sure I get which name is which on those. I did not transfer them over from the other paper, but I'll get that in a little bit. The battle for the lead. Hazelou right now up front, that number 3. Those graphics on that cart, straight from TZ Motorsports. He wanted it to look like Earnhardt's car, and that's what we gave him. Right there in second, Colton Gamble. Last year's rookie points champion, Colton Gamble, riding second here in Junior 1 tonight. Looking high, looking low. Going back to third and fourth, the 31 of Townsend, the 32 of Townsend. Of course, Townsend Fill Dirt and Site Prep, our sponsor on the rookie division. Or one of our sponsors on the rookie division. Gamble sliding it way up high off of turn 2, using that berm. The cushion is in effect tonight, y'all. The cushion is in effect. One thing you won't see at a lot of go-kart tracks is the ability to use the cushion. And Gamble sliding around, noses the bank. He must have been watching his little brother. I told him to give his little brother pointers. This might have been the pointer he gave him. Spin it out in turn 2. We like to look at it and say, drive it till it spins and you know how far you can go. Now he knows how far he can drive it off of turn 2. He's just testing the waters out, y'all. So that'll get them all lined back up as soon as we get Gamble back around here. Junior 2, you should be at the grid ready to go. Junior 2 followed by Junior 3. Junior 2, Junior 3, make sure you're at the grid ready to go. Junior 1's on the track right now after the caution brought out by Gamble. That's going to give Hazelou quite the advantage up front. We'll see if Gamble can get back to him and make any more challenges. Let them know to pace it around there. Hazelou with a little bit of experience leading here, so he's ready to get back around there. Townsend bunching up the gap. Everybody getting back in line here. Hazelou has option to fire turn 3. We let them fire anywhere between turn 3 and turn 4. If they don't fire by the time they're off of turn 4, it's race on and flagman will throw the green. Hazelou opting to let the flagman start the race on this one. Good choice there. Green and white together. 1 lap left in this race. Gamble all the way back to second. He won't have a lot of time to catch Hazelou, but hey, there's a whole feature race ahead. Off of turn 4. Jackson Hazelou going to be your winner. Heat race for the Junior 1s. Gamble second. Townsend third and Townsend fourth. All the junior divisions tonight sponsored by Quality Marine Surplus and Old Fart Racing. Old Fart Racing, Papa Sig, always making sure these kids got nice trophies. Quality Marine Surplus over there in the Homosassa Springs area, making sure your boating needs are all taken care of. And they make sure that these kids have a little bit of cash to run for. Junior 2. Looks like we got 5 or 6 of them tonight. Looks like 6. 5, 6. Yeah, we got 6. 6 Junior 2s coming out for this heat race. First trip here with us, Sadie Brinkley in that number 19, and not an easy task. She's going to have to pace the field around to the green. Looks like she's got Zachary to the outside of her. Zachary didn't get any practice tonight. We're swapping motors out, so he's going to have to find this track. He was your winner at OSP last week. Here comes Randy Smith up on the back bumper of Richard Nelson. Nelson in the black number 43. He's got Smith all over him. He's holding on tight. Got the 16 of Hayden Erickson out there. Hayden just got that brand new Majestic body put on there this week, and that number 16. Majestic Body is one of our sponsors here tonight, and you got one on that lead cart of Zach Zachary. Smith now to second. He'll probably close the gap on Zachary pretty quick. Zach sliding up the track a bunch in turn 1 and 2. He's driving it for everything it's worth, trying to make up as much ground or put as much ground as he can out there on Smith. Zachary and Smith split the double features last week at OSP in this division, and here we are at Bullring tonight, and they're going to be battling for a win here. Nelson still right there in third, having a good run tonight in his black number 43. Erickson right there. Got to give a shout to Javon Maturko. Maturko in the number 11, coming to run with us again tonight. Sadie Brinkley and that red and yellow number 19. If she had a mirror on it, it would be flat full of Zachary and Smith on this front stretch. They're going to catch her here on the back. Zachary slides way out, loses ground. Smith with the bump draft. They're going to go to the outside. The battle down into turn number 3. Zachary's going to slide out. Smith will look to the bottom. They'll be side by side on the front straightaway, and it's going to be Smith at the line. Smith with the win on that one. Get Zachary by nose. Zachary spinning out after it. Nelson will be third. Erickson fourth. Announcer's call. There you go. Announcer. Junior 3 coming out. Junior 3 only had 3 Junior 3s tonight. I think they tore all the rest of them up down south last weekend. They had a pile of them at one of the racetracks that we went to. Everybody was going for it, but here tonight we've got the winner of the OSP race there. Preston Arbogast won both features last week. He'll start side by side with Randy Smith, who won down there and just won that last race. Randy going to slide up. Zachary in that number 77, Alex Zachary, or Timothy Zachary, will go to second now. Preston Arbogast on that slack chassis has been smooth everywhere he went, or everywhere he goes. Wing Champ, you're on deck. Winged Champ, followed by Run What You Brung. Wing Champ and Run What You Brung. Bring them up. Preston Arbogast continuing to lead this one. Now, if y'all haven't heard a Preston Arbogast interview after a race, y'all stay tuned for the Junior 3 feature because, hey, he's going to podium one way or the other. And it looks like he's pretty fast, so he might be at the top of the podium. Preston gives some of the best interviews out there. Randy Smith right on the back bumper of Zachary now. Looks like we're going to be halfway home in this Junior 3 heat race. Smith to the bottom. He'll take that second position away now. Wing Champ, you're on deck. Wing Champ is on deck, followed by Run What You Brung. Box Stock 400 will be behind the Run What You Brung. Preston Arbogast well in control of this one. We'll see if Smith has anything for him. He's closed the gap a little bit. Arbogast, though, slides out, loses some ground. That's going to let Smith close in. There'll be 2 laps to go this time by. And Smith has caught the back bumper here. Let's see if Arbogast can keep it down off of 2 this time. Gets a good run down the back straightaway. Smith will close in, but Arbogast so smooth through the corners. He'll nose it out a little bit this time. He did get a little bit too high there, but was able to bring it back down. White flag lap. Arbogast, Smith battling out for the win. A little wiggle by Arbogast. That's going to let Smith get up beside him side by side down into turn number 3. Look for the crossover. Not enough time. He didn't duck it back in. He stayed in it. Going to try to use that outside, but it looks like Smith is going to get the win on that one. Arbogast second. Zachary third. They're setting it up. There's going to be a good battle in that one for the feature in your Junior 3 division. Again, those were our junior divisions. All the junior divisions sponsored by Quality Marine Surplus and Old Fart Racing. Speaking of Old Fart Racing, they sponsor our trophies for our Veterans Race. And on June the 4th, that is the Friday after Memorial Day, June the 4th, we do have our annual Veterans Race. I believe this is the 3rd or 4th year we've done it. And these guys, Predator guys, will give their carts up to a veteran or a first responder. All our veterans and first responders will get in free that night, and they'll have an opportunity to race in that race. That's June the 4th here at Marion County Speedway. Coming up next, your Wing Champ division. Looks like Vice will lead him around. Vice and Colvin. Colvin will have the lead down into turn number 1. Anderson pulls into second. Here comes OJC right down the bottom. He'll get to 3rd. Anderson still holding second position. Colvin looking good out front. Here comes... We got one around. Tim C. Wright to the bottom of OJC Wright. OJC Wright getting around. Vice was getting around, slowing down for all that was going on up there. And the caution flag will fly. Run what you brung, you're on deck. Run what you brung, followed by Box Stock 400. Run what you brung, Box Stock 400. Bring them to the grid, guys. And that green flag is back out. I looked down at my notes for a second, they were green flags, so don't ask me on that one. So Colvin out front, C-Wright side by side behind him. He moves up. Gives the line to Tim C-Wright, but he's got a good line down one. Now Colvin backs out a little bit there in turn 1. Tim C-Wright able to get up beside him, but Colvin powering back to the front, that number 43. Colvin to the lead again. Here comes Tim C-Wright to the bottom. Side by side down the front straightaway. Colvin using that high line. He's going to duck back into line now. Tim C-Wright to the lead. Colvin in second. OJ C-Wright third. Anderson right there in 4th. Halfway home this time by Tim C-Wright, your leader. Colvin still right there. He slides up. That's going to let OJ C-Wright go to the bottom, take that second position away. Here comes Anderson up now to challenge in the number 11. Anderson was looking to the high side. Colvin was heading up the track there all the way up by the wall. Contact back there. Colvin pumping the gas. Something is wrong with Colvin's cart. You can see him just hammering the gas pedal, trying to get anything he could out of it. Something's happened to that one. He's definitely off pace. 2 laps to go. Tim C-Wright, OJ C-Wright, Joe Alvello now to 3rd place. Alvello out of nowhere during that battle for 3rd was able to come up and capitalize as Anderson and Colvin cart went up the track. White flag out. 1 lap to go. Wing Champ heat race. You think this is a feature the way they're running for it. Now Anderson back to the bottom. Anderson looking for that third position. Alvello all the way up the track. Coming off of turn 4, Tim Seawright going to get himself a win in the heat race. OJ Seawright will be second. Bobby Anderson will be third. Alvello fourth. Vice fifth. And Colvin will nurse it home to a 6th place. I know they'll go back and make some adjustments on that Colvin kart, though. And as he's anything as quick as he was during that heat race, this will be a very good feature because they invert the feature for the wing champs each time. We'll have to make sure the scorekeeper gets a note on that one. Wing champs were out there last. We got one more with the wing. That's Dan Donaldson. Dan Donaldson and family, the owners of the Quality Marine Surplus that sponsor our junior division. Now it's Dan's turn to race in at number 81. They'll give him a few laps to get him warmed up. Looks like we're going to do 2 heat races of Run What You Brung tonight. Split them into 2 groups of 3 or 2 groups of 4. I think it's 2 groups of 4. We're missing one right now. 8 Run What You Brungs out here tonight. And warm up a little bit. You got Billy Newhouse in that number 21. Scott Brogan in the number 63. And Dan Donaldson in the number 81. Wait till the features when we get in the feature. When we get them all out here together. Run What You Brung. Gonna put on a show tonight for you. Looks like Tim Zachary not making the heat race. Don't know if something's happened to his kart. Maybe he's just going to run the feature tonight. Sometimes he does that. So Brogan in the 63, Newhouse in the 21, and Donaldson in the 81. Small block, big block, and crazy motor. A little mixture of everything. Here we go. They fire for the green, and Brogan's kart sputtering a little bit there. He makes an adjustment. Newhouse down the back straightaway. He's got a bunch of Dan Donaldson right behind him. Dan Donaldson to the back bumper of Newhouse. Donaldson looking high, going to try to use the berm. Here he goes to the bottom. The crossover. Dan Donaldson to the lead. Newhouse will pull back in. He sets for the corner. Goes back to the bottom. Newhouse low. Donaldson high. Donaldson been working and working and working with this. We don't even know what it is on the side of there. I don't even think he knows exactly what it is on the side of there, but he's having a lot of fun driving it. He'll bounce it all the way to the top, hammer down. Donaldson leading this heat race. Newhouse still right there with him. And out there in the feature, there'll be about 6 different motors, 6 different kinds of motors out there for the feature of Run What You Brung tonight. Halfway home tonight, your Run What You Brung, sponsored by Brooksville Veterinary Clinic. Brooksville Veterinary Clinic coming on board. Seth Jenkins sponsoring our Run What You Brung tonight. Dan Donaldson got it going, and Billy Newhouse around. That's not something you see very often. Billy Newhouse getting around in 1 and 2. 2 laps to go. Dan Donaldson in control of this heat race. Looking pretty good tonight. He's been having some bugs to work out of that one, but he has hit on something. And Dan Donaldson, one more time around, he'll have himself a pole position for that feature race. Box stock 400, you're on deck. Box stock 400. Make sure you're at the grid behind that second Run What You Brung heat race. Dan Donaldson, winner, heat race number 1, Run What You Brung. Billy Newhouse will be second, and Scott Brogan will be third. Heat race number 2, Run What You Brung. Tim Zachary got to fall in on the back of this one. The 17 of High Song comes to a stop down at the bottom of turn number 3, steps out of the cart. Here comes the tow truck. 17, a High Song. Made it to turn 3. So we got the 31X of Courtney Mason. The 31 of Taylor Morgan coming back to run with us. And for those of you who haven't seen Taylor Morgan run before, Taylor ran with us all 2 seasons ago, ran with us some last season, and we always had to do one thing when Taylor ran. We have to say hi to Taylor's mom. Hi, Taylor's mom. Taylor, a new father. So he's making his return to racing for the first time as a daddy. I don't know if they know he's racing tonight, so I mean, you know, I haven't heard. I don't know if we're allowed to say or not. Well, the 17H of High Song gets it fired back up, so we'll see if he's able to continue or get able to run. It looks like it's shut off again. He says he's over it. Well, hopefully he'll be able to get it fixed for the feature. So the 31X of Mason, the 31 of Morgan, and the 17 of Tim Zachary will be this heat race. We had a couple that didn't make the heat races and one that's already broke. So the key word is run what you brung. It has to run. So the trash talk has been on all week between Morgan and a few of the fellow racers. Good, friendly trash talk. Always funny. If you haven't seen the Facebook comments, you might want to go back and check that one out. The one time that Facebook is pretty good for something is watching these guys actually hand it back and forth to each other, having some fun with it. All good friends and all like to race together, so. Lights are out. Morgan Mason going to lead him around to green. Pretty sure every card on the track has a VP motor on it at this point. They open up the bottom line. Zachary going to try to lead him down into turn number 1. Mason pulled back up on him there for a second because Zachary didn't run any warm-ups. Got a couple of small blocks, and Morgan likes to say the pull start going to break your heart. Tim Zachary, your leader. His grandkids were running earlier in Junior 2 and 3, and there's another keyword, run what you brung, because Zachary's, it just died. Something quit in a hurry on that number 17. So Mason will assume the lead in the number 31. Tonight could be the night of the small block. You never know. Because now the small blocks outnumber the big blocks and the crazy motors. Halfway home, Mason your leader, Morgan second. In this second Run What You Brung heat race, sponsored by the Brooksville Veterinary Clinic. $50 to win tonight, 30 for second, 20 for third. No extra entry fees, just 20 bucks to race, and Run What You Brung is just what it sounds like, folks. If you've got a go-kart, standard wheelbase, all that good stuff, nothing crazy, no suspension, but if you have one of these go-karts, I don't care what kind of motor you put on the side of it. I want to see it race. 2 to go. Mason, your leader. Taylor Morgan out on a Sunday drive. I don't even know if he's in the gas. Kind of just rolling. Saving it for the feature. That's what he's doing. He's saving it. Box Stock 400, you're on deck, followed by the Predators. Box Stock 400, then the Predators. Checkered flag, Mason going to win this heat race. Morgan will be second, and Zachary with the DNF. Does not function. So they'll send out the recovery vehicle to get Zachary. Recovery vehicle. There we go. Anytime there's a break in the action, you know you can always visit the Curbside Cuisine food trailer. Remember, a portion of everything that you buy over at Curbside Cuisine, a portion of that purchase goes right to a portion of that purchase. My God. Fun. So anytime you are making a purchase over there at Curbside Cuisine, you are supporting the Points Fund for the kart program here at Marion County Speedway. And we greatly appreciate it. We've had some great points banquets the last couple of years, and we'd like to keep it that way. So all your support is appreciated. Box Stock 400 on the track now. We're going to go green with this one. Looks like Smith to the lead. Is that Try to get my eyes set on it. I believe that's Holland in second. Charlie Smith leads lap number 1. Holland second. The 22 of Brian Scott in third. He'll slide up, though. He's got some company to the bottom. Looks like Sean Haber on the inside line in that number 20. He's going to get the bump from Horton and go all the way to third. They're still battling back for their positions. Here comes Scott to the bottom. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Everybody looking for some real estate right there. They are 5 carts right in a bunch for that third to the end. There's some contact on the back bumper of Scott. Horton all the way to the back after he loses momentum on that one. Battle for the lead. Charlie Smith out front. Holland second. Scott now third. Easily up to fourth now. Holland still right there on Smith's back bumper. He's lost some speed over the first 2 races, but all of a sudden, Holland is back in it tonight. Total turnaround from the last couple of weeks for him. Found himself some speed, and he is challenging for the lead now. Charlie Smith, 2 laps to go, your leader. Holland right there challenging. Brian Scott, and that's Scott's Carts and Parts number 22. He's riding third. Horton now to the inside of Easley, going to take that position. Easley looking back, gives a little tap going in the corner, probably returning the favor. White flag in the air. The battle for the lead. Charlie Smith closing the door. He's going to lead him down into 3. Holland's got one more shot at it. Checkered flag's going to be out. Charlie Smith got that bottom groove covered. Holland will be second. Scott will be third. Horton, Easley, Haber, and Erickson rolling it around to the final position there. Predator, green flag. I think they were going to try to go 5 wide. We have got 3 heat races of Predators tonight. Papa Sig to the lead. Papa Sig in that number 28. Now I've got a ton of new names on the board, a lot of new racers out here tonight, so I'm going to try to keep up with them. The number 19, I'm going to have to run back. Oh, that's Brinkley. I should have do that one. If anything goes wrong and I can't figure out who one of them is, I just say Brinkley, and I've got like a 50-50 chance of it being someone with the last name Brinkley, because they brought half of Lake City with them tonight, and we appreciate it. They've been looking forward to get down here running with us. Allen was king of the ring this past year, or earlier this year, and now he's challenging for a lead on Papa Sig. But Papa Sig holding on tight. Now Papa Sig is 74 or 75? 75 years old. Leading this race. Papa Sig, Navy veteran, giving it everything he's got tonight, trying to pull himself out of W. Allen. Brinkley right there on the back bumper. Papa Sig wanting to set this one on the pole tonight. We're halfway home. Brinkley challenging to the outside. Brinkley with one of those new shiny orange majestic bodies. And it's funny because Papa Sig bought the exact same body last week, but hasn't put it on there yet. They would have, they'd have been twinsies out there running for the lead. And Brinkley going to get the lead now. Papa Sig with a crossover. He's not done yet. Papa Sig trying to battle back. Alan Brinkley, now your leader. Good battle for the lead still going on. Brinkley out front. Sig second. Jeff Weigel pulling up into third. The 51 of Chad Brinkley running fourth. Fifth, Jace Brinkley in the 99. And if I can get eyes on the which number 11 the other card is. I've got a couple number 11s out here tonight. White flag in the air. Alan Brinkley, your leader. You've got Weigel challenging. That's actually a 14 back there. That's Justin McDaniel in that black cart. Sometimes the flagman needs glasses. Sometimes the announcer does. But on this one, Alan Brinkley getting the W. Weigel bringing it to second. Papa Sig third. The 51 of Brinkley. That's Chad Brinkley. Jace Brinkley in the 99. And the 14 of McDaniel rounding out the field. Again, there's 2 more heat races of the Predators. 18 of them will take the green flag tonight in the feature. All of this action in the Predators sponsored by Nitro Fencing. Nitro Fencing has been sponsoring us the last 3 races now for your Predator division. Very happy to have them on board. It's $50 to win, $30 for second, and $20 for third. Still only $20 to race any of our classes at the Bullring. No extra races. You don't have to enter anything extra or do anything extra. And you don't have to pay anything extra. We just like to give a little bit back to the racer. Hate seeing when tracks get a little bit greedy. Who's putting on the show? People we want to give some of his money back to. And here's Predator Heat Race number 2. They'll sort them out down the back straightaway. I'll try to get some names here. Because most of them are shiny new. Number 25, that looks like Tommy Bass. Tommy Bass is your leader. Of all these numbers, I don't have a single 26, so for whoever is running second. So Travis Bass is third, though. And we've got one down low off pace. It looks like that number 26 having some issue. That's got to be Cook. It's got to be Cook in that number 26 because I don't have his name on here. And I know he's got one of these carts. So we'll get back up front here. The 25 of Tommy Bass, your leader. The number 11 of Travis Bass running second. And the 07 of Sean Creech getting the call here tonight, riding in third. I don't believe I've said that name before, but he's riding third. Back to fourth at number 52. That's another one of those shiny new majestic bodies on the James Brinkley cart. The 72 of Shane Horton out there battling with that one. Remember, majestic bodies, those are the polymer bodies. You can buy them right over at the TZ Motorsports Parts Trailer. That race for the lead. Tommy Bass and Travis Bass. Looking to put one of the Bass family on the front row, and we're only 2 laps away. Creech still running a good, strong third for his first trip here. James Brinkley not looking bad either. Predator 375. These are those Harbor Freight motors. $99 when they're on sale and you're racing. Checkered flag out. Travis Bass going to get this one. Followed by excuse me, Tommy Bass gets the lead, when Travis Bass is second, and the 07 of Creech is third. Heat race number 3 of your Predators. We're going to wait one more lap to go green. We did have one spin out coming onto the track. Number 4, LeBruno will take you to green. The number 10 of Bryant LaFrance on the outside pole, last year's points champion in this division. Randy Glick in that brand new, freshly wrapped body. That's a majestic body, and what is that? Extreme graphics? Extreme sign design. Extreme sign design. That is one that he won in a raffle. Is that our points raffle? Oh, we did the, yeah. See, I just put the raffles on. I can't remember when they actually took place. At King of the Ring, we had a raffle for it. And we have no microphone. And we have no microphone. I don't know if we have a microphone for our folks at home, but Bryant LaFrance is your leader. LaFrance the leader, LeBruno second, and Glick in third. Test, test. I don't know if this one's any better. LaFrance still your leader. LeBruno riding second. LaFrance edging up a little bit, giving LeBruno some room, but he's not able to turn it down into the corner quite yet. We've got one of our speakers out up on the tower, so the camera at home, if you're watching, it's going to stay in one place for a minute as Dan climbs the tower and tries to get our speakers back going. LeBruno sliding way high. That's going to let Glick get a run down the inside. Glick to second. LeBruno back to third. That gives LaFrance a little bit of a chance to get away as the laps are winding down in this third heat race for the Predator division. Crate 375 is on deck. Crate 375 followed by Box Stock 350 and Masters. Crate, Box Stock 350 and Masters rounding it out. 2 to go. Bryant LaFrance. White flag in the air. Bryant LaFrance trying to get himself back to victory lane. It's been a few. He's ready to get back to the front. He's going to be looking to nail down a second row inside starting position since we ran 3 heat races, and he's going to secure that spot with a win in heat race number 3. Randy Glick will be second. LeBruno third. The 002. I know he's on my list here. The 002, he's at the top. Alan Hendricks. See, I moved my numbers around in my announcer's book, screwed myself up pretty good. The mistake I made was I put the numbers in order. one more time, that was your Predator division. They are sponsored by Nitro Fencing. This is your crates tonight. We only have a couple here. Well, actually, I think we have 3. These crate motors have been kind of tough to come by here lately, but if you have a crate engine, we'd like to have you come run with us. So you've got Courtney Mason in the 38, or 39, excuse me. I've got a 166 on the track that I just don't even have a name for, but Brandon Watson. Well, you'd think I would have known that one, but he does change his colors up on me. So Brandon Watson, your leader, Courtney Mason second, and Harry Vance in at number 15. Trying to get back to victory lane himself. He's got a little bit of a points lead here in this division. Looks like Neil Kaiser not here with us tonight. Kaiser was the closest one to him in points. Vance's goal to win that points championship this year, and he'll have a pretty good advantage because he's just going to have a good advantage. Box Stock 350 and Masters. Box Stock 350 and Masters. Make sure you're at the grid. Mason to the inside. Going to try to take it back from Watson. Watson with a crossover. Side by side down into turn number 3. Watson back to the front. Mason will look back to the bottom this time. Side by side down the front straightaway. Mason with the advantage at the halfway point. And Mason will go out front. Courtney Mason now your leader. And that number 39. Courtney Mason, Brandon Watson, and we've got Vance into the tires. He's getting out of the cart. Trying to get out of the way. Don't run me over. Box Stock 350, you're on deck. Box Stock 350 and Masters. Green and white together on this restart. Courtney Mason, Brandon Watson, Harry Vance in this crate 375 division. Again, guys, if y'all got one of these crate engines, bring it out. Run it. Checkered flag in the air. Mason's going to take this one. Watson will be second, and Vance will be third. Box stock 350 on the track now. They're running for 50 to win, 30 for second, 20 for third tonight. Sponsored by TZ Motorsports and Majestic Bodies. We've got a couple more trying to get out here. It's like Randy Glick. He's going to run Hannah Smith's car tonight. Hannah wasn't feeling up to running tonight, so in the Junior 3, so Randy going to go out there and run hers. Aaron Alvarez will lead them from the pole. Beckelheimer will be out. Actually, not. Alvarez will be inside second row. Looks like Smith was on the pole. But Beckelheimer will take it out front. Beckelheimer coming back to run with us. Been a little while since I've got to say the Beckelheimer name. But I got two of them up front, so it's Beckelheimer out in the lead. Smith third. Randy Glick in that number 22, pulling up to the back bumper of the number 1 cart. Losing a little bit of ground back on him. Charles Smith joining in late. He's back there working on everybody else's carts all night, trying to get up here to get his own race in. Halfway home. And the Beckelheimers battling it out for the lead out front. Coming back strong tonight. The number 11 and the 31. Dustin and Ryan Beckelheimer leading this pack around. Charlie Smith riding third. 31 to the inside, side by side. 2 laps to go this time by in this box stock 350 heat race. I've got my bets on one of the Beckelheimers will be a winner. As they're battling it out for the lead, trying to secure that whole front row. 31 to the inside, 11 outside, side by side down into turn 3. Beckelheimer versus Beckelheimer. 31 lifts, 11 back to the front. And it's going to be the 11. That battle for third, Charles Smith was coming to the outside. Looks like Charlie got him at the line. Randy Glick will end up 4th. And I have to get a name on the number 1. Aaron Alvarez rounding out the field in that number 4. And we've got our Masters division is our last heat race. Looks like Charles Smith was the only one that entered Masters tonight, so we'll give him his green-white checker kind of thing. Let him get his points. We'll give Charles a couple laps here, and we'll go to our intermission. Intermission will be about 15 minutes or so. Looks like we'll be... Looks like we'll be about 9:45 is what we'll be shooting for features with that rookie division. Charles will just make a couple laps here to make it official. Some good free testing time. Need my helmet and my fire suit. I got to go out there and aggravate Charles. I want a donor cart, preferably a fast one. And something to shake the cobwebs off of not driving for a few years. That might help. On second thought, I'm pretty sure I'll just stand here and talk. Might be better off. So Charles Smith, only master that entered tonight. Remember, Masters Division, 35 and over, box stock 375 is the weight on that. If you're 35 and over, this is your class. You don't have to deal with the kids. You can just be the old guys. So we're going to get these lineups together. It is just a couple, it's about 9:22 or so. Let's look at 9:45. 9:45 will be rookies on the front straightaway. 9:45 for rookies on the front straightaway. And while we're at intermission, don't forget that TZ Motorsports Parts trailer is open. Reva's over there to help you with all your karting needs. She looks awful bored. I can't really see that far, but I'm just going to pretend she looks bored. You've also got Curbside Cuisine over there. Go get yourself some dinner. Curbside Cuisine. Cooking up some good food over there tonight. I had the tacos earlier. Pretty darn good meal. Upcoming events on June 4th. On June 4th, we have our Veterans Race, our Memorial Day event. It's the week of Memorial Day, the Friday after. And on that Friday night, it'll be all veterans running, all veterans and first responders running in a Predator 375 race. We've got trophies sponsored by Old Fart Racing, Papa Sig. We'll have the Honor Guard out here to present colors. Heck, we've got some other stuff planned ahead that we are working on. And we're going to try to make that a very special night for our veterans and first responders. I'm going to step away from the mic for a few minutes here, and we'll see the rookies front straightaway, 9:45. We'll start calling for you again here in a couple minutes.
My bald head's gonna be burnt up today. That's what she said. I know. That's where they're gonna start. That's where you're gonna wave them down. Right in between here, you're gonna wave them, bro. We ain't going till you wave. Yeah, you're gonna do the foot race. You got your running shoes on? Y'all had a helicopter land out here or some shit?
No, that's the first I've ever seen it, just now.
I ain't never seen it either. No. It might, maybe, be the photo photographers, but I ain't never seen it either. But I got that, like he's a professional photographer, so it might be some shit he brings out. Yep, yes, it is mine on the 180. What's up, buddy? Is that where you're gonna be cheering? Let me see your shoes real quick, bro. Let me look. I can't see the profile of them. Let me see the side of them. Oh yeah, you got your running shoes on, bro. Yeah. Pull up. Oh yeah, get jacked up on Mountain Dew, bro. That's okay for sure. Razor 170s to the starting grid. If you're not already there, please get your kid to the starting grid. Razor 170. My noodles could be burning up. I'm sorry, adult four-wheelers. I'm getting yelled at. Adult four-wheelers. I apologize. My secretary, boss, told me that adult four-wheelers are first.
He's a flag man, right?
I'm sorry, parents of the 170s. Adult four-wheelers to the line first. Come take your aggression out on me. I apologize. Adult four-wheelers to the starting grid. Like nonstop, dude. Holy shit. Is that cold? You got something to drink, sir?
Just grab some water.
Okay, all right. I got you. I'll splash it on you and we'll revive you. I'll find the best looking girl here and give you mouth to mouth.
Oh, all right. No, I'm like full down.
We'll All right, here we go. First heat of the day, adult four-wheelers. And we got one American Eagle out there, ladies and gentlemen. That's with the three-wheeler. If you're not familiar with what American Eagle is, look at the guy sitting right in the back of the pack right now. That three-wheeler right there is as close to riding a bald eagle as you can ride right there. Oh yeah, that three-wheeler has my boat. Oh, three-wheeler with a shot. That's Justin Walker riding American Bald Eagle. He took out the demanding start. We got Jeremy Lanier in second. Oh, here we go, split lane. We'll get to see what it's about right here with the four-wheelers. That's Chris Yeoman taking the other lane there. So we got Justin, Jeremy. Jeremy and Justin. We got two number 64s. I'm not sure if this is Jeremy or Jeremy's going for the lead on the outside right here. That American Eagle out front. I apologize. Joe is actually on the three-wheeler. We had two number 64s. Joe is actually on the American Bald Eagle three-wheeler right there. Jeremy's trying to make a pass on Joe. Jeremy swinging on the inside. Joe left the door open. Joe's riding that three-wheeler though. Battle first, second, third right here. Three-wheeler to the inside. Let's see where they pan out. Last lap, here we go. Jeremy, Joe, Justin. Kind of looking how they're going to finish here.
One more time. You got the TZ Motorsports parts trailer is open. If you need
coming around for the final lap, here it is. Jeremy,
it's open up over
Joe,
there.
And Justin.
Curbside Cuisine also.
Oh, Joe with the move
food over here.
I think
Curbside
Joe edged him out.
Right there by the TZ
Joe
Motorsports parts trailer. And remember, a portion of everything you get from Curbside Cuisine goes directly into the points fund.
I think three-wheeler got him.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Kids, Razor 170s to the starting grid. Razor 170s to the starting grid. Everybody take your time, go over to the stagecoach over there, get you some food. I know they have a good Philly cheesesteak. Razor 170s to the starting grid. And I'd like to go ahead and see Beginners next. Beginners to the starting grid. Beginners are going to follow the kids. So beginners, go ahead and start getting harnessed up. Get your gear on. Razor 170s, you can go ahead and send these guys out. We got them all on the starting grid. You guys are going to have to bear with me on here. We got to get these guys to get some numbers on there. Parents, we got to get some numbers on these buggies. Some of these buggies aren't numbered. It's just hard to announce it when we got 3 red Razor 170s with black helmets on. But we're going to do the best we can. I want to give these kids credit. These are the future of our sport. And by the way, this buggy right here labeled
Timothy Zachary to your pit. Timothy Zachary to your pit.
His father today, and he actually said this is probably one of the last races on this thing, and he's going to advance his son up to the next class, and that thing's going to be for sale, so you can kind of get an idea of what you're buying before you do so today. Hats off to all the people in the pits with no shoes on. I love the Barney Rebels. Here we go. Razor 170s coming on out. We got to get Caden on the pole. Got to get Caden on the pole, which is in the epic buggy. We're going to go Caden, Mackenzie, Jacob, Alex, Enrique, Bailey, Brody, and Jet. I have a feeling we're going to see some good battling here. We got a lot of similar buggies. My man Jet in the back. That little man's a wheel guy. He's up and coming of this sport. I see him drive quite a bit. I know we got a proud dad moment down here. His dad's a ripper too. Dad's a, I believe, 10-time gold medalist, if I'm not mistaken. So he's got big shoes to fill right there. Boy starting in the back, but well, keep your eye on him. Number 53. And right next to him is Brody. That might be my favorite guy of the last race. That guy was fist pumping when he came around. He actually won the last one. Got a little bad number draw this time. I know. So we got Caden leading them around. Basically, for you guys sitting and watching, just so you're informed, if you didn't witness the driver meeting, little guy thinks we're racing. Someone flag that the little guy down in red. He thinks we're running it. They're already passing and everything else. You gotta give them. They have. Okay. We're gonna do a dead stop start just so these little guys aren't confused. These guys are just a little confused. They thought they were racing. They were actually still doing their parade lap. We'll get them back squared up. We're gonna do a dead stop start. We're gonna go ahead and get Caden up to the lead. We got Caden, Mackenzie, which Mackenzie, if I'm not mistaken, this is her first race. Yeah, this is her first race. Yeah. So right there with a pink window net, Mackenzie Cleary. This is her first race. We're just going to get these guys lined up and do a dead stop start. We had a guy that he was racing a little sooner than he should have. All good. What? Alex Enrique Bailey? It goes Bailey? No, Brody's in the back with Jet.
Lineups are posted. Lineups are posted at the tower. Lineups are posted at the tower.
Then Bailey, yep. Yep, Bailey, Brody, and then Jet.
Again, lineups are posted.
These
at
guys
the
are all
tower.
hyped
Rookies,
up. They all
front
think they're,
straightaway.
as soon as the arm
Rookies,
drops, they're
front
ready to race.
straightaway.
I want you guys to keep an eye on the back of the pack. These two are little battlers. They're two little rippers. Jet and Brody, I have a feeling they're going to start moving up. I think we're going to have a nice little battle. Caden's right here on the, going to get the starting position. She's just hitting on the pole. Caden came here to race. They drove a few hours here for sure. Dad loaded that thing in the back of the pickup truck. Came on down. He's coming here to do some work. Keep an eye on that little guy. Caden out with the lead.
Timothy Zachary to your pit. Timothy Zachary to your pit.
We got Caden, Jacob. It looks like Bailey advanced. She went from the back of the pack to third fast, followed by Brody. One of the Zambroni brothers right there followed behind. There's Jet right behind them. I told you they would be moving up fast. They've already advanced 2 positions. Caden right now putting on the clinic. Oh, Bailey with a pass for second. She put her nose in there and gave him no choice. She gave Jacob no choice but to allow him to pass. Jet's got a battle here in 5th place. Jet's not allowing him by. They go into the split lane. Let's see how they come out. It goes Caden, Bailey. Bailey, this is her second race in that machine. I know her family's happy right now. Brody just walking by him. Jacob just kind of staring at Brody as they pass. Oh, Jet and them. Here goes the battle. These things are wrung out. Coming around, we definitely got a battle for 5th place. That might be where the action's at right now.
Rookies front straightaway. Rookies front straightaway.
We have a battle for 5th right now. Caden is up on the wheel of that thing. That's a proud dad moment over there. Here you go, Bailey holding a strong second. Bailey, Brody, Jacob, followed by Jet. Jet looked like he put on some distance on him. They had a nice little battle. I'm not sure if he's having issues or what. Oh, lap traffic holding up Jacob. There goes Jet for 4th place. Lap traffic did Jet Renner good. But we have Caden just walking away from these guys. He's moving in the lap traffic. Mom and Dad, that car is for sale. Like I said, Caden's car is for sale. It looked like Jet Renner's pulling a little gap for 4th place. Let's see if he can reel in 3rd. Here comes Jacob. Caden negotiating lap traffic. Let's see if this affects his run. Caden having to go to an uncomfortable line here. Let's see what happens. It looked like Brody tightened up the gap there on Bailey. Oh, Bailey with a little slide out. Here's the bobble. This might come down to the wire for 2nd place. Here comes Jet Renner. He's just picking lines right now. Here goes the battle for 2nd place. Here we go. Is Brody swinging on the inside? It's coming down to the wire. Bailey just got it by a half a finger. Brody almost pulled the 2nd place off on it right at the finish line.
All right, well, welcome back to All right, we're ready to go live with the rookie racing. Moynihan on the pole, Warden outside pole, Horton inside 2nd row, Warner outside 2nd row, Holly and Elwood on the 3rd row. Carson Erickson was on the 4th row. He's going to jump out there and try to grab a few spots on this start. Moynihan to the lead. We've got a whole bunch of contact back there. They all get it straightened out. This is your rookie division feature. Moynihan, your leader, Warden in 2nd. We got one round. Gamble. He's going to be able to keep it going. And the green will stay out. But Moynihan seen it and slowed down. We got one around here. Gamble will bring out the caution turn 1 and we'll get them all started here. And we'll get them all lined back up here. Once more, we go back to the last completed lap. So, all right, they're saying we actually did not get a lap in. And we'll go back to green. Moynihan out front. Horton to second. Here comes Warden on the outside. Warden will take the second position now, and Horton will go back to third. Erickson now looking to the inside, trying to take that fourth position away from Warner. And so we got one around hard into the outside wall. Gamble, take an e-ticket ride. Coast straight to dad. Good time in there. And we'll get him around here and get him to a stop. Again, your rookie division, 5 to 8 years old. Got these restrictor plates on them. This is Wyatt Gamble's first race. Dad down there checking him out, making sure his face shield's clean. And they'll get them all lined back up again. Junior 1, you should be at the grid. Junior 1 at the grid, followed by Junior 2. Junior 1 followed by Junior 2 at the grid. They'll get them all lined back up again. Rookie feature event. Junior 1, you're on deck, followed by Junior 2. Junior 1, then Junior 2. Moynihan, Horton, Warden. They'll go out front again. Moynihan will come around as your leader. Warden will be second. Horton third. Elwood to fourth. Warner to fifth. Erickson there in sixth. Moynihan out front making some good laps here. First lap in the books finally for the rookie division. Junior 1 on deck. Our rookie division tonight, always sponsored by Quality Marine Surplus. Winner will get $25 from Quality Marine Surplus. Second, third, and fourth will all get $20 each from Townsend Fill Dirt and Site Prep. That's Townsend Fill Dirt and Site Prep. Putting up a little bit extra money for these rookies tonight. Papa Sig and Old Fart Racing always putting some money out, or putting the nice trophies out there. We got the yellow flag out. Gamble and I believe either Horton or Holly getting together down there in turn number 3. Bringing out the caution right there in front of the leaders. Everybody holds their breath as these kids slide in here. So Moynihan will be your leader. Warden will be second. Elwood will be third. Looks like Erickson will line up fourth. Horton will line up fifth. Warner will line up sixth. And Holly, Haber, and Gamble will round out the field. Junior 1, you're on deck, followed by Junior 2. Junior 1, followed by Junior 2. All the dads and grandparents clearing the front straightaway. We still got one trying to pull start over here. Looks like Holly's pull rope is out. Know what they're definitely something with the pull rope. Got it cranked up. They're going to cut it off, let it recoil in. He's done after that if it shuts off again. And the green flag is out. Moynihan with a monster start there. Jumps out of the hole and goes. Warden now into second place. Big bump there from Elwood and Erickson getting together. Erickson with the big save. Rookie division winding on. Moynihan still your leader. Warden riding second. Elwood third. These kids getting a lot of side-by-side racing in there. They're going to be a whole bunch of crowded parking in turn number 3 there as Warner and Erickson clearing the car to Haber. Out front, we got one around right by the leaders, Gamble. And the caution flag flies. So we'll bring them all back up here, line them back up one more time. Junior 1, make sure you're at the grid ready to go, followed by them Junior 2s. Junior 1 and Junior 2, make sure you're at the grid ready to go. As we line them up. One more time, this race, 2nd through 4th place, getting $20 each, sponsored by Townsend Fill Dirt and Site Prep. Quality Marine Surplus putting up that $25 to the winner. And Old Fart Racing making sure they got some trophies tonight. Green flag out one more time. Big battle into turn number 1. Elwood going to come out the benefactor in that one as he'll go all the way to 3rd place now. White flag in the air for Moynihan. Warden, Elwood, and Erickson down the back straightaway the last time. Larson, Moynihan making the trip to the Bullring and getting himself a checkered flag tonight. Warden will be 2nd. Elwood, Erickson, we got one into the dirt bank. And we'll go down out here and talk to these rookies. Junior 1, you're on deck. Make sure you're ready to roll out. Junior 1, then Junior 2, and Junior 3. Did you know you were going to have to do an interview on TV? That camera's up there. They want to take your picture still, too. All right, Larson. Now, I seen you over at Volusia a few weeks ago working on that open wheel modified, fixing them tires up real good. And then I seen you over there winning a go-kart race and doing real good over there. Now you come over here and done took my trophy, too. Hey, is that all you do is win? Well, you did a good job out there tonight. Who do you want to thank?
My dad, my grandpa, and my mom, and my grandma.
That covers pretty much everybody, right? Well, good job out there tonight. Congratulations. Taking that away. I might have taken it away too quick. Did Hulk not have enough smash in the fist tonight? You got like the little dirt thing on the smile going on there. That's you were grinning all the way around the track, and that put that dirt all the way around your mouth, didn't it?
I want to thank my mom, my dad, Kryptonite Speed Shop, and Infinity Farms.
But which superhero is it? I mean, you got one on the shirt, one on the... Okay, we went with Hulk. Good job out there tonight. You know, Mr. Elwood, you've been riding your bicycle awful fast through the pits tonight. So we're going to have to give you a speeding ticket. It's $20. Are you going to be able to pay that?
No.
Good job out there tonight. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, and my papa.
Good job. Good job out there tonight. Junior 1's coming up next. That was your rookie feature for the night. Last time them rookies were sponsored by Townsend Field Dirt and Site Prep. Quality Marine Surplus and Old Fart Racing. Junior 1 on the track now. Junior 2 should be on deck, followed by the Junior 3s. Junior 2, then Junior 3. On the pole, Jackson Hazelou in that number 3. Don't know what happened. And they're gonna do some pinball. We'll get a line back up. We'll try that one again. So you got Jackson Haslou in the number 3, Colton Gamble in the number 77, the 32 of Chevy Townsend, and the 31 of Roxy Townsend. Randy Smith, you should be at the grid with your go-kart. Randy Smith, you should be at the grid with your go-kart. Gonna be awful hard to win a race if you're not over there. Gonna be hard to finish last in a race if you're not over there. Junior 1 Division, sponsored by Old Fart Racing and Quality Marine Surplus. It's $25 to win tonight and trophies top 3. Somebody's going home without a trophy. Which one will it be? Off of turn 4, Haslou, Gamble, and the green flag's out. Jackson Haslou getting a good start. He looked fast in the heat race. Got that Earnhardt-inspired paint scheme going down on there. Getting his cart all decked out by a sticker job right there at TZ Motorsports. Gamble still right there in second. Looks like he's nosing out mid-corner a little bit. Carries it way up high. We've got one around in the bottom of turn number 4. Townsend finding the dirt bank. Junior 2 to the grid. You're on deck, followed by Junior 3. Junior 2 and Junior 3. They'll be followed by the Wing Champs. Look at these junior ones all lined back up. Haslou will lead them back around to green. Again, he's got option to fire turn 3, anywhere between turn 3 and 4. In the heat race, he optioned to let the flagman start the race for him. Worked out pretty good for him there. Got him a pole position start in this, and he's gonna see if he can lead this feature flag to flag, but he's got our rookie points champion from last year, Colton Gamble, right there on his bumper, and Colton knows how to get the job done. He's got himself some Junior 1 wins already. Jackson kind of fired and then let back off. Don't know if that was sneaky or not sneaky, or I don't think it was planned. Jackson wiggles and slides way out. Here comes Gamble down the inside, but Jackson all the way down the track. Gamble gonna slide it out sideways, turn 3 and 4. And that's gonna give Jackson a little bit of breathing room. Gamble's cart tight through 1 and 2, noses up the bank. Now Jackson Haslou about a 6 to 8 card advantage. Haslou now stretching that lead out as we work our way through this Junior 1 feature. Gamble trying to find a better line through 1 and 2, but it just bulldozes up the track. He's having all kinds of trouble turning that thing. Looks like Roxy Townsend right now riding third. Chevy riding fourth. 2 to go. 2 more to go in this Junior 1 feature event. White flag's going to fly for Jackson Hazelou now. 1 cart to clear, and he'll have some smooth sailing. He drifts it up high down the back straightaway. Going to work on clearing that lap cart into turn number 3. Gets it done, and Jackson Hazelou is going to be your Junior 1 feature winner. Colton Gamble will be second. And it looks like it's going to be Roxy Townsend bringing it home in third, because Chevy done found the dirt bank in the inside of turn 2.
The number 2 is DQ due to restrictor plate in the last lap.
Jackson Hazelou, master of the interview. See, it rhymes. Who do you want to thank tonight, Jax?
I want to thank God and my dad.
Them, the 2 most important ones right here tonight. It's who got you here, and, well, who got you here? So congratulations on your win, bud. Colton says, I'm going to bypass the interview tonight. I think that I said Roxy got third, but you are not Roxy. If you're Roxy, so definitely not a Roxy. Chevy. He had Chevy stuff on his cart. You got a Chevy name. We got all kinds of Chevy stuff going on the front straightaway. Good job getting it done out there tonight. Your first run out here with us.
Yes, sir.
Who do you want to thank?
My dad, Howard, and my mommy.
And Townsend, Phil Dirt, and Sight Pray. Yeah. So you got to work on that. Now go ahead. Now spit it out really good.
Townsend, Phil Dirt, and Cypher.
There you go. Good job out there tonight, man. Junior 2 on the track now. Smith and Zachary will bring them around to green. Down the front straightaway, it looks like Zachary from the outside pole will lead him into turn 1. He had trouble holding it down off of turn 2 last race, and that's where Smith was able to get to him. Get my list back here. It looks like Nelson riding third, and that black number 43. There he goes. Zachary slides up the track. Smith gets by. Maturko in the number 11 into 4th. Hayden Erickson in at number 15 is 5th. Oh, and Sadie Brinkley's out there. Sadie Brinkley in at number 19, making her first run with us here tonight. Zachary way up the track. Losing some ground now on Smith. Driving it as hard as you can drive it. Sometimes that's a little bit much. He's going to slide way out. Here comes Nelson down the inside, and Nelson goes to second place. Junior 3 to the grid. Junior 3 to the grid. Wing Champ, you'll be behind the Junior 3. Wing Champ behind the Junior 3. Zachary into the back bumper of Nelson. That allows Maturko to come in on this one. Zachary to the inside. They all go high, and Maturko's going to be the big benefactor on that one. He'll go all the way to second. All the while this is going on, Randy Smith has just drove away with this one. Maturko with a good solid second now. 2 laps to go. Zachary up the track again. He's going to go around this time. White flag is in the air. Randy Smith will be your winner. Should have been Maturko and Nelson. One or the other was second there. Have to get the scorekeeper's official thing. The white flag was already flying. Zachary was safe out there, so we left him. Randy, I know you got to go out for the next race, so we'll get our quick interview with you. Randy Smith, they were all out there bumping and grinding and everything else out there. You just drove off with that one. Who do you want to thank?
Kryptonite Speed Shop, my dad, my stepmom, and RPM Power.
All right, good job tonight, bud. Go get that Junior 3 race underway on with you. Mr. Maturko, have you practiced your interview skills? You haven't practiced your interview skills? Well, now's your chance. I mean, I figured you'd be practicing all week, getting ready. Good job out there tonight. While they were pushing up the track, you just took advantage of it, drove it through, came to second place. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank my grandparents, my
best uncle in the world for watching me.
You have the best uncle in the world? One of my uncles is here. Maybe I thought he was the best uncle in the world, but oh, you got the best uncle in the world. Well, good job out there tonight, bud. Thanks for coming to race with us. You can sit down, stand up, however you want to get your interview done. Crazy out there. But you held on. Good job out there tonight running, man. And I know you got some people you want to thank.
I'd like to thank Scotty, my mom, my dad, A&L Tree Service, and Bill and Lori. Radical Racing too.
There you go. He got that last plug in there. I see the Radical on there. Good job out there tonight, and we'll see you next go around, man. Coming up next year, Junior 3 division. Randy Smith gonna see if he can go back to back this week. He had done it a couple times already this year. Broke the streak last go round. He's gonna see if he can get back to his winning in Junior 3. Just won him a Junior 2 race. But he's got Preston Arbogast out there. Preston riding that slack chassis, looking good out there in the heat race. We'll see who made the best adjustments for the feature. We also got Timothy Zachary out there in the number 77. They had some throttle issues after the heat race. See what corrections that they've made. Wing Champ, you're on deck, followed by Run What You Brung. Wing Champ and Run What You Brung. Arbogast, Smith, side by side down the front straightaway. Who'll win that race to turn number 1? Arbogast a little sideways, Zachary even more sideways. And he'll keep it underway. Smith will be your leader. And it looks like, well, Bill was waving the yellow flag, so I guess we're going caution. They didn't get a lap in, so we'll go and try again. Wing Champ, you're at the grid, followed by Run What You Brung. Wing Champ, Run What You Brung. We'll go green next time by Junior 3. This will be a 10-lap feature event. Arbogast and Smith lead them around. Looked like Arbogast was kind of laying off a little bit. Might have been trying to get a run. Didn't time it quite right, but he's back to second already. And we'll see if he can run down Randy Smith here. Smith laying in a little bit of a groove we got going on. It's starting to come in there. We had a lot of rain here, folks. That's why you see the tires out there, a lot of sand down the bottom. Just nothing you can do with it when you have 13, 14, 15 inches of rain over the course of just a few days. There's still water laying in the infield and a lot of water out on the main drag coming in. Smith out front leading this race. Quality Marine Surplus and Old Fart Racing, your sponsors. Randy Smith with a little bit of a comfort zone now. Arbogast trying to reel him in, trying to find a little bit of a line. About equidistant between each of the racers. They're halfway home. 5 to go. 5 more to go in this Junior 3 feature. Wing Champ are on deck, followed by Run What You Brung. Wing Champ, then Run What You Brung. Smith now putting a little more room between himself and Argas. Two to go this time by for Randy Smith. Junior 3 feature event. Last lap. One more time around. Randy's going to drift her off into turn 1 and 2, all the way out of the throttle, going into 1. Rolls it through the center of the corner, hammer down the back straightaway, sets it into 3, and he's looking at a checkered flag off of 4. And Randy Smith going to go back to back. Junior 3, Junior 2 wins. Preston Arbogast will be second, and Timothy Zachary will be third. Randy, are you ready for an interview? Are you actually gonna say anything this time? You actually said stuff the last time. I was pretty impressed there. Who do you want to thank on this go around?
Tornado for sponsoring our motors, and Corey Holly, Kryptonite Speed Shop for doing our setups and prep, and my dad, my stepdad.
Tornado Motors. Mike? That guy, right? Yeah. So you check your own motors, or how's that work? I'm curious. I'm very curious to know how that works.
Okay, third place. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank, what's his name? Mike Padgett for the motor for Tornado Engines. I want to thank Charles Smith for putting everything together for me, and I want to thank my parents for getting me out here.
Good job, bud. And on to the wing champs we go.
I did invert it. Okay. And they're doing some laps also? Well, the adults will let you know. So how does that work?
Coming out next, your wing champ division. Wing champs taking the track. That means Run What You Brung is on deck. Run What You Brung, then Box Stock 400. Run What You Brung, then Box Stock 400. Colvin and Vice will lead them around to the green. They invert their features after the heat race. Colvin, Alvello, and here comes the split. Here comes the Seawrights. OJ and Tim. Alvello holding off the charge in turn 3 from Tim, but now Tim Seawright to the bottom. He'll take third, and Anderson will follow him through to fourth. Colvin, your leader. OJ Seawright second, Tim Seawright third. Got one around. Vice, we'll see if he keeps it rolling, and he does. Vice gets it rolling, get a 1 and 2, and he'll keep it green. Colvin out front. OJ Seawright second, and Tim Seawright third. Run What You Brung, you're on deck. Run What You Brung is on deck, followed by Box Stock 400. Seawright having a problem down in turn 1. He keeps it going. And we're going to be halfway home this time by Brian Colvin, still your leader. He's got a nice advantage over Tim Seawright right now. And working that 43 car week in and week out, looking for speed. Looks like he's found some. And Alvello gets around. He's going to park it in the bottom of turn 2. And the caution is out. Looks like that was by design as he keeps it running, and well, as these carts are all cranked with an electric starter, that one should have been able to continue on and go back and stay green, but guess he wanted a caution. So Run What You Brung is on deck. Box Stock 400 will be behind them. And then that 18 cart Predator feature. Colvin will lead him back around to green. Option to fire anywhere after that cone in turn number 3. Seawright, OJ Seawright peeking to the bottom of Anderson, seeing if he can get a run there. Nothing doing. Green flag back out on this Wing Champ feature event. OJ Seawright bringing it through to third. Anderson fighting back on the top side. Gonna surrender the position, and OJ Seawright moves up 1, looking for that podium finish. Colvin trying to lead this thing flag to flag. Can he get it done? Just a couple more times around for Brian Colvin. Seawright closes the gap. 2 to go this time by. Colvin slides up a little bit, but gets a really good run off up turn 2. He'll be looking at the white flag this time by. We'll see what he does last lap. Does he keep the pedal down? Does he go to defense mode? A little straighter line through 1 and 2. Covers that bottom. Tim Seawright going to look to capitalize right here. Tries to set him, but not enough. And Colvin is going to take the win. Tim Seawright second. OJ Seawright third. Al Bello fourth. Vice fifth. And it sounds like Anderson, as he came under the flag, definitely had some engine issues going on. Coming up next, that Run What You Brung feature event. Run What You Brung is up next, followed by Box Stock 400. Catch your breath and ready for an interview. Flag to flag, finally got you one. I seen you pumping the gas after the heat race there. It looked like you were having some issue with it, but it looks like whatever y'all got fixed, yeah, it looks like y'all got it good. So I know you got some people you want to thank. Y'all been working hard down there.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Mr. Thompson and my dad here tonight, and thank everything.
We appreciate you coming out and run with us. Tim Seawright, second place tonight. Who do you want to thank, man?
My dad, we blew one up last week, so we spent till yesterday getting this one done. It's running pretty good.
Well, all the parts are still inside of it, so when that happens, it's a good night.
And it turned over $9,000 tonight.
That'll make you pucker. Good run, man. OJ Seawright, third place tonight. Who do you want to thank?
I want to thank the Lord first for being able to do this. Thank you guys for putting up with us all the time. And I'd really like to say happy birthday to my wife. She turns a year older. She turns a year older in the morning, so whenever midnight is. So just want to say happy birthday to her.
Good run out there tonight. Happy birthday to his wife. We didn't get a name, but to his wife, Sharon. 29. 29 again. Come out now, Run What You Brung. They'll be followed by Box Stock 400, then the Predators. Run What You Brung will come out, get a couple of hot laps in, get them warmed up. Danielle Zachary, can you come to the tower, please? Danielle Zachary, can you come to the tower, please? Run What You Brung on the track now. You've got Dan Donaldson in the Mean Wing Machine up there on the inside pole. Mason will be outside pole. Courtney Mason in that 31X. Billy Newhouse inside second row. We're going green. Donaldson out front. Newhouse to second. Newhouse a little bit sideways there, but hangs right with Donaldson on this one. Zachary going to try to work his way through with one of the big motors. Mason around in front of Zachary. Spinning and pirouetting over there. Gets it spun back around. Blackman keeps it green. It looks like Donaldson had some kind of an issue as Newhouse has went to the lead now. Zachary pulls up on him. He slides out. Oh, Billy Newhouse gets it out front. He's going to be hard to catch now. Donaldson going to try to run him down. Zachary there in third. Brogan with the small block right there in fourth. Zachary's car just shut down. That's it for that one. I don't know what happened. Sound like another rocker arm. That's about the noise that it normally makes. That's what happened to him in the heat race. Rocker arm, push rod, didn't agree with each other. That's going to close the gap back up between Newhouse and Donaldson in second there. And Scott Brogan with the small block was hanging right there with him. load Zachary up, get him on the back of the side-by-side there. When we go back to green, Billy Newhouse will be your leader. Dan Donaldson will be second, Scott Brogan, Courtney Mason, and then there's Taylor Morgan in the number 31. And of course, we got to say hello to Taylor's mom, if she's still watching. Tonight's Run What You Brung race, sponsored by the Brooksville Veterinary Clinic. Steph Jenkins and his new Brooksville Veterinary Clinic down there. Big thanks to them for coming on board tonight and sponsoring this Run What You Brung event. $50 to the winner, 30 for second, 20 for third. And as always, only 20 bucks to race. We'd like to see some more Run What You Brungs out here, and it is exactly what it sounds like. If you have a regular go-kart chassis like these, I'd like to see what kind of motor you think you can strap to the side of it. Billy Newhouse fires off a 4. Scott Brogan sliding out a little bit. Mason going to look to the bottom side, and Courtney Mason takes it to third place. Brogan going to look back to the inside, and Scott Brogan back to second. Or third, excuse me. Dan Donaldson trying to hang with Billy Newhouse there. Definitely trying to find something a little bit more. Newhouse kind of laying out of it just after the flag stand. Donaldson way up high, loses a lot of ground on that one. Hammers it back down, drives it down the back straightaway. Going to try to close that gap back up. Got some serious horsepower on the straightaway. Box stock 400, you're on deck, followed by Predator. Box stock 400, then Predator. Halfway home, Run What You Brung. Billy Newhouse still your leader. And Donaldson gets it around. He's right there in the groove. Let's hope everybody sees him. Brogan and Mason get by. And that's going to bring the caution flag out. We'll go green next time by. Newhouse will be your leader. Scott Brogan riding second now. Courtney Mason, Taylor Morgan, and Dan Donaldson. Run What You Brung. Morgan moves up the track, give Donaldson the line. Down to turn 1, Newhouse leads them. Brogan and Mason, second and third. Mason to the bottom. She'll take the second position away. Brogan will cut back down. He'll try to crossover move. Pulls back up to the inside. And Brogan will go back to second. Donaldson will carry into third. Donaldson now pulls up on the backside of Brogan and zooms by on the outside. Yeah, that's right. I said zoom. It was kind of a zoomy sound as he went by. I had to go with it. Donaldson one more time. We'll see if he can do anything to catch Billy Newhouse, who has been out front this whole run. 5 to go this time by for Newhouse. 5 more. Box stock 400, followed by the Predators. Box stock 400 to Predators. We've got Mason around off the bottom of turn 2. She'll spin it around and keep it going, and we'll stay green. Laps counting down here in this run. What you brung feature, 2 to go. Billy Newhouse still your leader. Donaldson closing some ground up, but it may be too little too late. Down the back straightaway last time down into turn number 3. Donaldson closed the gap all the way down, but it's going to be too late. Billy Newhouse will take the win. Donaldson will be second. It looks like Scott Brogan going to bring home a third place finish. Taylor Morgan will be fourth, and Courtney Mason 5th. Box Stock 400, you're up next. Box Stock 400, you're up next. Followed by the Predators and then the Crates. Jam some of these interviews out as quick as we can because it's going to be past my bedtime soon. Scott Brogan, back on the podium and run what you brung. Bringing the small block, bringing the heat. It was running right with him earlier. Did it start slacking off, or did they just start figuring something out there?
Well, I've just been having problems week after week so far, but we're still trying to figure it out.
Well, keep tinkering with it because it looked dang fast that first part of the race there. 50% it is. Dan Donaldson. I used the word zoom in describing the card as it came by. I had to say zoom on it. Who do you want to thank tonight, man?
I just want to thank my wife, my family, my son and his wife for coming and helping me out. Thank you guys, everybody on the track that does the track work for making a nice track tonight. And we have fun.
You look like you're having a lot of fun out there. I'm just saying, it looked like you're having more fun than everybody put together. So good job, man. Thanks for coming out running with us. Could you hear the Zoom guy coming behind you? Because that Zoom just echoes throughout the whole place. Billy Newhouse getting it done tonight. Who do you want to thank, man?
I'd like to thank Victor Peters for the power plant. Curtis Brett for helping me get this thing ready. The big block is coming. I swear it's coming.
Now, see, I told him you had the big block.
No, not yet. No.
I can't. I'm deaf. I can't hear. All I hear is Zoom.
The builder has the big block.
How do you get Victor down here in a picture? That's what I want to know. How'd you manage that one?
He said I loved him.
That's what it was. All right, all you VP racers out there, tell Victor you love him. Who do you want to thank? Who else?
My wife, my daughter-in-law, my son, they always come out and help me. TZ Motorsports, always call y'all if you get what I need. Bill, Lord, thank y'all.
Thanks for coming out and running with us, man. On the track now, your Box Stock 400 Predators are on deck, followed by the Crate 375s. Box Stock 350 and Masters will round out the evening. wind them up a little bit, and we're going green flag racing box stock 400. And it looks like Horton's going to give Holland a push to get him out front. Charlie Smith comes plowing through. Here it comes Easley down the bottom. Easley going to try to go all the way to the front, and he's going to get it done out to the front. Holland a little bit sideways, hand in the air, and we say green. He saved it. Now Charlie Smith going to work on Easley, but Easley's got some clear sail. We got one around. Holland getting around back there. Flagman keeps him green. You got a battle for the lead. Charlie Smith trying to get around Easley. Sean Haber, Brian Scott coming through to third and fourth. Horton now back to fifth. Erickson, after a cart change earlier in the evening, is to sixth. Horton and Scott trading some paint back there. Got to let them know there's no fiberglass resin around right now. Might want to take it easy on the bodies. Horton sends Haber up the bank. And I'm sure they're going to trade some pleasantries. Definitely a battle shaping up back there on third. Right here up front, easily still your leader, Charlie Smith, looking for a way. Charlie Smith looking to the bottom, drifts up on him, going to fall back in line. Easily with a nice line around the track here. Smith trying to find anywhere he can make a move. Horton still riding there in third. Ryan Scott not too far behind him. We're halfway home this time by box stock 400. Predators, you should be on the grid. Predators, you are on the grid. Followed by Crate 350, box stock 350, and Masters. Little bit of tap right there, and here comes Charlie Smith down the bottom. Easy will cross back over, look back to the inside. They're going to come up on the cart of Holland. Now, Holland's a fast cart. He's not exactly going to hold him up or anything. He moves up the track a little bit. Looks like he's going to give him room. Here comes Charlie Smith. Easley still right there with him. Easley going to pull back up on Smith now. Down to turn one. Smith a little bit sideways to the middle of the corner. Doesn't seem to be too much of a disadvantage there. Five to go, box stock 400, 5 to go. Couple of battles shaping up around the track. Of course, the battle for the win between Charlie Smith and Matt Easley. Brian Horton and Brian Scott. The battle of the Bryans for third place. Back there, fifth and sixth, it's Erickson and Haber. Laps winding down here. It's going to be 2 to go this time by Charlie Smith. Better not lift because he's got Matt Easley right on his tail. White flag will be out this time by Smith, Easley, Horton, and Scott, who will find their way to the podium on that third place. Your leaders down into turn 3. Last time, Charlie Smith off of turn 4. He's going to take the win. Easley will be second. Coming off of turn 4, that battle for the third position is going to go to Horton. Scott will be fourth. Haber will come home in fifth. Erickson in sixth. Charlie Smith, got yourself a win in Box Stock 400. Who do you want to thank, man?
I just want to thank RPM Motors, Kryptonite Speed Shop, and everyone who supports me. Y'all for making the track fast. My parents, just everyone for supporting me.
Good job out there tonight, man. Matt making the trip over here. Had that one. Thought you had it wrapped, and here comes Charlie down the inside. Traded some paint there, but for not having very many laps out here, heck, man, you found it quick.
I probably got more laps than most people about 15 years ago out here, but it's a fun track. It got a lot better than it did in the first heat, so.
Well, we're glad you come to run with us, man. Brian Horton, catch yourself a third. Who do you want to thank?
Charles Smith, Corey Holly, and David Rowland, and the flagman, Todd, and TZ Motorsports for bringing the parts trailer.
Man, he had it all together tonight. On paper. All right, 002 and the number 2 in Predators. You got a couple of minutes to find your way up here. Predators are on the track. Predator feature race on the track now. Last call for the 002 and the 2. Crate, you're on deck, followed by Box Stock 350. Crate, then Box Stock 350. We're going to hold them one more lap here. Everybody waving some hands around. Alan Brinkley will lead him around the green. He'll have Tommy Bass beside him. Tommy, of course, will be getting a push, I'm sure, on that start from the... that's right. Sorry, 3 heat races. I thought that Travis Bass was going to be behind him. Forgot all about that one. So with 3 heat races to size up this field, Brinkley and Bass, LaFrance on the inside second row, Weigold outside second row. They're going to fan him out down the front straightaway. Bass will go to the front. Looks like Weigold going to try to get to second, but he's got LaFrance. Here comes Brinkley back now. Brinkley with a little bit of a slow start. May have a higher gear on that thing, a few of them. Sometimes not get out of the hole, but in this kind of racing right here, you definitely need some higher gear to keep that speed up. If you're in one of the payout positions, can you come up to the tower and get your payout? If you're in one of the payout positions, you can come up to the tower and get your payout. See Miss Danielle. We'll try to keep track of it all. All right, so we've got Bass out front, LaFrance and LeBruno running for second. We've got one pulling off on the inside, number 26, brings it to a stop. He'll be clear of all the craziness, as we got a lot of Predator cars here tonight. Weigold to the inside of the 11 of Travis Bass, trying to get back to 4th. We got one round into the bank. That's Alan Brinkley down there at the bottom of turn number 4. Alan Brinkley in the bottom of turn number 4. Spun out. And looks like Brinkley, can't tell if something was wrong or what with his cart. So LaFrance is your leader, Glick in second. LaFrance, Glick, Weigold, and Bass, your top four. Here comes Randy Glick down the inside. The 24 is going to take the lead. The 24 of Randy Glick goes to the front. Your top four all right there together. Randy Glick, Brian LaFrance, Weigold, and Bass. Halfway home, Randy Glick. Got that new majestic body on there, got that fresh wrap on there, and he's put it out front. They just put that body on there literally here at the track today. LaFrance slides up. Now Weigold is going to try to come to second. He's going to do a little bit of contact. We got contact between the third and fourth place cars. They gather it all back up. Randy Glick continuing to lead. Weigold still right there in second. LaFrance, Bass, and LeBruno. And the caution flag flies. Top six were all right there together. So we'll get them all lined back up here and get this Predator race back underway. Glick will be your leader when we go back to green. LaFrance will be second. Weigold third. Bass LeBruno. The 51 of Chad Brinkley. 52 of James Brinkley. The 07 of Sean Creech. Going back green, and here we go. Predator 375 racing. Glick, your leader. LaFrance moves up to throw the block. And there's a bunch of contact. LeBruno getting around, and everybody looks like they're going to miss. 51 drew the caution. Everybody else was just spinning to avoid. 51 drawing the caution. Everybody else just spinning to avoid. LeBruno kept going. Randy Glick will lead him back to green. LaFrance will be second. Weigold third. Bass LeBruno, Brinkley, Creech, McDaniel, Papa Sig. And off we go. LaFrance with a big head of steam there. Had a really good restart. Glick was a little bit slow on that one. Don't know if he might be sporting that higher gear too. Let's see if he can get back to LaFrance. 5 to go this time by. Pass to the inside of Weigold. He's going to try to get back up in there. LaFrance and Glick side by side down the back straightaway. They're going to battle it right into turn 3. Watch that battle for the lead. Glick to the bottom, and he was LaFrance just drove it off in there on the outside. It did slide out on him, but that was what he had to do to try to hold on. So Glick, Bass, Weigold, LaFrance now. Here comes Weigold to the bottom, and he's going to go back to second. 2 to go this time by Glick, Weigold, Bass, LaFrance, LaBruno, Bass, Papa Sig. This one, you can probably safely say, is still far from over with just 1 lap to go. Weigold to the back bumper of Glick. He's going to look to the inside. Weigold trying to take the position on the last lap down into turn 1. Glick leads on the right rear tire. Pulls his momentum back away from him. He's able to pull back up beside him. Glick and Weigold down to turn 3. Weigold clears Glick to the bottom with a big crossover. Lays the side panel to him, but Weigold gets the win. Glick second. And it looks like LaBruno was third. You were just going for it all, right? Battled back, fell back, battled back, fell back, battled back. That was the story of everybody in the top 10. So, but who do you want to thank, man?
Charles Smith, Corey Hawley with Kryptonite. That's about it.
All right, man. Good run out there tonight. I just hope I was saying your name right. Randy, second place. Y'all were in. I'm surprised. Well, you got the rub rails on it. Okay. Oh, well, either side, there's rub rails on it. So, and y'all used them all the way down the track, going for it all. Good run out there tonight. Who do you want to thank, man?
Oh, I want to thank everybody from the track to the owners, to the crew people, everybody who works here. Charles Smith, Kryptonite Racing, Corey Holly, TZ Motorsports, get this right, Nitro Fencing, Ocala Heat and Air, and all my family and friends that come out and support the track and everybody here.
Well, big thanks to Nitro Fencing for sponsoring this event tonight for the Predators. We really appreciate them coming on board. Randy, good run, man. Again, back up. But the one thing you did right was when the caution, when everybody was spinning, you went. And that's what we always ask everybody to do. And somebody else decided to sit. Worked out great for you. So who do you want to thank, man?
I'd like to give a big thanks to my wife, Amanda, for all she does. She helps me with the car tremendously. The Brinkleys, of course, couldn't do it without them. And then also Charlie. Charlie's a huge help.
All right, man. Good run out there tonight. Appreciate you coming around with us, man.
Corey, I promise it'll be easy from here on out. What? I promise they're easy from here on out. Yeah. I didn't know if you wanted to or what. I don't know.
On the track now, your crate 375, box stock 350. We need you on the grid. Box stock 350, you're on the grid. Battle for the lead. Mason, Watson, you got Harry Vance there with him as well. A little bit of contact. Watson gonna look to the bottom. Rubbing on that left rear tire. Mason clears, going down into the corner. Watson out front, Mason riding second, Vance third in this crate 375 feature event. We got one all in the dirt bank, Harry Vance. Getting him some dirt bank action there. Mason around over in turn 2. Halfway home this time by Vance. All the way into the tire this time. Down there in the bottom of turn 4. He's going to get out of the cart. And the caution flag flies. Green flag back out, crate 375. Watson's the only one who hasn't spun out yet. So let's see. Well, baby. All right, Brandon, I know you're going to go back and watch this. We're going to try not to jinx you on that one. Mason riding second. Vance still there in third. Box stock 350, you're on the grid. Box stock 350 is on the grid. Charles Smith was the only master who signed up tonight, so only master's cart that signed up, so he'll make a couple laps after that one, but our last regular feature will be the box stock 350. 2 laps to go this time by Brandon Watson, looking to sew this one up. He'll be looking at the white flag this time by. Checkered flag in the air. Brandon Watson gets himself a win. Courtney Mason will be second. And Harry Van still holding on to his points lead. Extend it out a little bit as he takes third. Let's run through these interviews here. Harry, what were you doing down there kissing that tire?
Yeah, I got a little sideways and a bit too soon, and it just kind of shot me to the inside there. So, unavoidable, but still a fun night. Congratulations to the winner in second place tonight. Thanks to TZ Motorsports for putting this on every night. Thanks to Corey Hawley and Kryptonite Speed Shop and all the guys over in that camp. So this is third, but we're number 1 in points.
That's what it's all about right there. Glad you come and run with us, man. All right, we'll walk around here while they're taking the second place picture. We'll talk to Brandon Watson. Got yourself a great win. Looks like that throttle definitely going to have to be repaired on that one. So who do you want to thank, man?
Joe Myers for setting my throttle cable up. Appreciate it, buddy.
Joe, really?
Hey, got to thank Joe Myers for tire prep and his program, and we've had a really good year after last year. Thank Brian Scott for all his parts and knowledge. He helps me. Logan Christensen, this dude came out and gave me the right idea, and it's the only reason this thing took off. Chris Grau for being my best friend and putting a smile on my face every time I come to the track, and Tim Zachary for always calling me a cheater.
I'm thinking that's a safety issue right there. He's out. Good run, man. Courtney, you don't have your words together? All right, look for your words, find your words. As long as they're okay to use in public and you can say them in a church, you're all right. And you can say whatever you want about Taylor Morgan. You have to say hi to Taylor's mom. That's the rule around here.
Hi, Taylor's mom. I just want to thank BP Racing, Jenkins Watermelon, 31 Gifts, everybody that helped out in the crew tonight, family, friends. It was fun.
You got to thank Jenkins Watermelons because that's where it's at. The Jenkins Watermelons are absolutely the best. Good run. Coming up next, Box Stock 350 final feature of the night. Box stock 350 going green. Beckelheimer will lead him around. Ryan in the 11. Ryan Beckelheimer will go to the front. Looks like Charlie Smith will get in between them. Dustin Beckelheimer back to third. Ryan Beckelheimer sliding up the track off of turn number 4. That allows Charlie Smith to get out front. Here comes Charles Smith. Have a name on the number 1 cart, so we're just gonna have to let that one ride. But we could call him the number 1. Way out, sliding and tagging the wall with the right rear is Randy Glick, letting that 22 cart have it all and eat all the way. Charlie Smith, your leader, Charles Smith. Couple little taps to the back bumper of the number 1 cart. Letting him know he's there. A little more contact, a little bit of wiggle, and Charles Smith is going to go by for a second. Comes Randy Glick down the bottom. Going by Dustin Beckelheimer. They'll trade it back. That was for the 5th position. Got two pretty good races going on. Now Randy Glick to the inside, getting by Ryan Beckelheimer. Dustin will follow him. Back up front, Charlie Smith, your leader. Charles Smith in second. The number 1 in third. He'll pull off the mystery helmet if he stays third and gets the podium finish. Charles Smith to the bottom, and he's going to take the lead away from Charlie. Charlie back to the bottom, going to try to cross over, but Charles Smith out front at the halfway point. Box stock 350 and 400 both tonight. We're running for 50 to win, 30 for second, 20 for third. All sponsored by TZ Motorsports and Majestic Kart Bodies. And speaking of Majestic Kart Bodies, Randy Smith got one on that number 22 cart there. Right in 5th. We've seen a couple of them finish up front tonight. They definitely got the aero down, and they dang sure got the durability with that polymer. Meanwhile up front, Charles Smith still your leader. Charlie Smith second, and that unknown number 1 riding in third. 5 to go this time by. 5 more laps in this box stock 350 feature event. We got one on the top of the track getting around up there. Looks like he was able to keep it going. Dustin Beckelheimer had some problems up there at the top of turn number 4. Charlie Smith now gonna catch up on the carts of Alvarez and Beckelheimer. Let's see if this lets Charlie get back into it. Charles ties it down low, white flag in the air, 1 lap to go. He's got a couple buffer carts between him and son Charlie now, and it looks like Charles Smith is gonna take the box stock 350 win. Charlie Smith will be second. The number 1 will get done masking on the front straightaway. He'll be third.
thank my dad, RPM Motors, you know, and just everyone who supports me.
Good run out there, man. Hey, Charles. You know, if you don't want to take the Masters lap, I'll just go ahead and. Well, I mean, if you just really want it for that sake, then we'll let you at it. But got you win. Now Charlie said he let you go by.
He probably knew I was coming because I got admit, working on everybody's stuff, it's getting busy and just missed the heat race. Second time.
That's what I said. I said he's back there working on everybody else's stuff and missed his own. But who do you want to thank, man?
Corey Holly, Kryptonite Speed Shop, my wife putting up with it, Travis again, wherever he's at. And it's everybody in the pits. Scott helping. It's just a team effort, for sure. Can't do it without all the help, for sure.
All right. Well, he says he wants to take his green, white checkered. So we'll do it for. We'll let him do it. So just for sake of